Hello, Nikhil.
Hello, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
Looking very vibrant, very smart, and
Thank
your
you, sir.
moustache is wonderful part of that. So you will interface with one of my member. His moustache is like you, so it is appreciable. So tell me, Nikhil Awasthi, what do you mean by Awasthi?
Sir,
What?
Awasthi is a surname which is necessarily found in Kanpur and Kannauj area, which is a Kanikob Brahmin.
Kanpur and Kannauj area.
Yeah.
Acha, acha. Acha, recently I have heard that. So again, the Kannauj name is going to be changed as Allahabad has been changed with the name of Prayag. Could you tell me about that? Let me know about something. Kannauj is also in a process of change of name.
Sir, I don't have any idea regarding the Kannauj name changing.
Anyway, no issue. So is changing the procedures, changing the name of these kind of activities okay or good for the country, nation? What is your view?
Sir, it depends upon the situation that suppose if we are changing a name for if we say that for cultural perspective for our ancient history, then it may be have a positive effect on the society.
Acha.
But mere changing the name, I think, will not change the scenario of that particular area,
So,
like development aspect or something.
Do you think that Allahabad University, so thousand and thousand of candidates passed from Allahabad University, the post-independence India. So how do they act regarding that way? Even though if you have been also passed from University of Allahabad, other terms are also Allahabad. So changing the name is a good practice, and is it not a huge, you can say, burden on the country's expenses over there? So documentation change of name is a huge exercise over there. Apart from developing another process, it is going to the big part of that. So how do you say how you can react over there? It is a process of development. It is a process of changing name. Is identity of culture. What exactly is that? If you change the name, the culture would be changed, or the scenario would be changed. Again, the Taj Mahal is going to be Teju Mahal. If the process is on, so what would be the scenario? Tell me, what is your opinion regarding this one?
As you rightly mentioned, regarding there will be an impact on the cultures. If we change the name, there will not be many students who are passing from the university, or many who has affiliated from that area will definitely have a very slightly impact, because mainly if we see the
not slightly impact. So Allahabad University is the one of the oldest university who designed the wheel system over there. One of the intellectual, I attended the meeting scenario. So that has given the, you can say, inputs regarding the technological purpose too. Or MNR Motilal Nehru Regional Engineering College Allahabad also invented so many part of that too. So all of them will be swept out. How they can accumulate with these ideas over there? किस प्रकार से उस idea how they can accommodate this kind of thing? So if this tendency is going to be the trend like that too, how a day will come, then you are from the Kannauj, you maybe you can say Kanori Gajang, Kanori Ganj ke naam se the things should be going like that too. So is it a good practice or not? And is it going to extra burden over the society, culture, and even the government economy? These are the three aspects I am asking to you, because you are from that place and all the time it is a burning issue from that part. Please.
yes, sir. I believe that merely changing the name is not going to solve the problems of that area. And while if we are changing the name, and there will be an impact on the society, like the people who is outside from that area will see that area only as a Allahabad, not as a Prayagraj. They will have to they cannot see that area as changing the name. Like definitely not going to impact uh, the development prospect that is going to happen in that area, in that society. I think merely by changing the name will not affect the wider. If you see the wider opportunity that is going to happen over there, will definitely not change. And if we focus on the development issue rather than changing the name, will definitely solve their problems. And from the global perspective also, Allahabad, for example, Allahabad is known for their universities and people. If we change that name, definitely this will not change the development issues that are over there. I think merely changing the name will not solve the issue, sir.
So it means you are in a support of that. The Taj Mahal should be converted with the name of Teju Mahal.
No, sir, Taj Mahal, I'm not in the support of that, sir. But if we are changing the Taj Mahal, because Taj Mahal is known as a seventh wonder in the world, if by changing the name will definitely impact its originality. So I think this should not be changed, sir.
So you are contradicting your reply answer. Either it is not going to impact to the culture, society, and identity of the name, and at that place, that is not going to, you can say, affect the part of that. So
No,
you
sir,
should have to be sure about that, what it should be done, what it should be the part of that. You should have to make a clarification regarding clearly. You should have to answer it whether it should be considered or not. The thing is
sir,
that my point is that. Please.
yes, sir, I said that merely like we should focus on the development issue, not the changing the names actually. That's what I said, sir. In the
If you now government, why the government is doing such things? So far
sir,
development is concerned, you know about that, what the development is going way better than me, because you belong to that region, that place over there. So the changing of name is a good practices or not in the recent trend? That is my simple answer to you. Simple.
Sir, I believe that changing the name will not solve the societal issue that we are as a nation or as a state we are facing. So we should focus on the development part, sir.
Again, any, so you have given this playing badminton, then listening to maybe drama, news podcast. What is news podcast?
Sir, news podcast is like podcast is an audio file that we can anytime we can listen, and it is available on the internet. And news podcast is that if there are some podcast channels regarding just like that. I listen to the Three Things by Indian Express.
Okay.
So I think it provides a daily what is the happening, what is the news headline over there in that day. So it focus on that area.
That area. So drama, drama is also the integral part
Yes,
of
sir.
it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So could you tell me when did the drama originated in the Indian society and it came to the practice of drama? Is it Indian scenario and it is imported from the foreign countries?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of that.
You are not aware. So badminton. Do you play badminton?
Yes, sir, I play badminton.
Yes, badminton. Why all the times the Chinese and sometime the Malaysian used to do a good thing regarding the badminton activities? What is the reasons behind that?
Sir, there are two, three reasons behind that. Because in the Chinese government really support uh, their player, and also the techniques and the coaching that is being provided is world class. And from early on, they have been picked as a player and they have been trained to become a very international player.
So what is the scenario of the Indian badminton players?
Uh, Sir, Indian earlier days, like only Prakash Padukone and Pulela Gopichand only known for his like international presence for the India.
Mhm.
And when the Saina Nehwal has gained popularity when she bring the Olympic to the India, from that period, scenario is getting changes in the badminton for the India, sir.
So you have joined this meeting from where exactly? Location is, where is your location? You are talking to us. You are interacting to us.
Sir,
Your location.
Kanpur.
Kanpur.
Yes, sir.
Kanpur is a very limelight news this time. A
Yes,
more
sir.
than 200 crores kind of thing has been discovered over there. So the black money, is it black money or white money? Please tell me about that.
Sir, actually, there is a businessman, Trimurti Perfume Private Limited, and he's been frauding the GST authorities like the tax evasion. So the GST authorities has raid that place, and recovered a lot sum of money, around 190 crore
So
from
it is
that
okay.
area.
It
And
is okay. Recently, the government of India has decided to, after taking the charge, after taking the penalty of around 55, you can say crores, he should be free. Is it correct to say that? Is it correct opinion? It is the correct decision by the government after paying the amount of tax, and he would be relieved. So this is the news.
sir, I believe that the court is has to decide whether what is the punishment or what is the amount that need to be recovered
Hmm.
from the businessman, and the government has its wisdom has definitely taken the decision, and whatever the uh, further news will add to it, we'll see that was what will happen.
So, in your view, a very simple question regarding this one. Which political party is looking to, you can say, emerge into Uttar Pradesh? Because you know well, all the epicenter became now the Kanpur became the epicenter of the political activities over there. So, what is your view regarding this? If I ask you a simple question regarding this one.
Sir, I believe that whichever political party will have the support of the audience, then definitely that party will going to win. And who
Because
has
because if you talk about the audience, the Corona scenario, you know it very well. So impact of Corona, apart from other activities also. So you know it well the things have happened over there. So what you feel, what is your reaction regarding the things that what way the things are going to be emerge as a political party? If you talk about the political party, what way and which is
sir, recently election commission and announced the date for the election in Uttar Pradesh,
hmm,
and they have taken the decision in their wisdom that the political rallies will only be happen through the virtual media. So
so
there will.
okay. Do you feel that the Corona will, you can say, eliminate from such kind of activities? And it is the highest speed. You know, it all the city is going to be closed down, isn't it? And Corona is already, you can say, again the third attack is, you can say, going in a higher speed over there. So, in your view, is it correct decision by the government or not?
Sir, it is the correct decision because the government is like the corona is spreading very fast in the third wave,
Hmm.
and the
In
government
Uttar
needs to
Pradesh, it is not as fast as it is, you can say, south and other regions. In
yes
Uttar
sir,
Pradesh,
in Uttar Pradesh it is not that
so
fast, but
is it
definitely sir
viable?
it
Is
will.
it viable to conduct the election in this scenario? Just I wanted to know your
Sir,
opinion, your decision. Yes, views.
yes
Please.
sir, there are two perspective, the election and the election rally. Sir, elections are very important for a democratic country,
Hmm.
as it will form the government that will take the decision in the for the people. So I think elections are important, but the election rallies which will gather the crowd, I think that need to be checked by the government and the
So my
election
point is
commission,
that,
sir.
simply my point is that, is it valid decision? Is it valid, you can say decision taken by the administration or the government? It should conduct it, or it should, you can say that it should stop. Simple I view. I wanted to know your opinion and view regarding this. That in this interview, it is an interactive session. I wanted the clarity regarding your, you should have to be very optimistic regarding that. You should have to be unbiased regarding this one. That's why I asked the name changing name pattern over there. Then the changing name, then the election commission announcement is there. So I wanted simple a view, not a complicated kind of things. So I am asking to you simply. So simply, yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, as I mentioned, sir, elections are important for a democratic country, and for that it needs to be happen every 5 years. For the constitution has given, uh, according to the constitution, we have given the rights to
Okay, okay,
vote for
fine,
every.
fine. Go ahead. Sudhakar Raso, please, you go ahead.
Yeah, we will take the technical questions first and I'll come towards the end. We will give it to Mr. Praveen Kulkarni and Mr. Mondal.
Yeah, Mr. Nikhil. Nikhil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the significance of SSC in power plants? You know about SSC, na? Steam power
SSC?
plants.
Yes, sir.
Steam power plants. Steam, specific steam consumption.
Sir, I'm not able to understand the question, sir.
Achha. You don't know about specific steam consumption.
Sir, I know about the steam power plant, sir.
Hmm.
How it works, sir, I know that.
No, not that. Why do we calculate specific steam consumption?
Sir, specific specific steam consumption is it can how much for a particular megawatt, how much steam is needed. For that, it is required, sir, to calculate that.
Okay. So why Carnot cycle is not used in practice?
Sir, Carnot cycle for a particular heat engine, Carnot cycle is merely provide so that we can for any engine cannot its efficiency cannot be greater than Carnot efficiency. So it provide that whether a particular heat engine is valid or not. So it provides the reference for that engine Carnot cycle.
No,
it is not a practical cycle, sir.
That is not my question. My question is, you are saying Carnot cycle is used for comparing other practical cycles. That is not my question. My question is why Carnot cycle is not a practical cycle.
Sir, if you sir, Carnot cycle has 4 processes,
Okay.
and there are 2 isothermal processes and 2 adiabatic processes. And because adiabatic processes are very fast process and isothermal process take very because it's a causative process. So the 2 processes cannot happen at the same time. And also the region of the PV diagram is also very small. So that is why also the Carnot cycle is not feasible, sir.
Okay, you said adiabatic process is a fast process, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Is Carnot cycle a reversible cycle?
Yes, sir, it is reversible.
If it is a reversible cycle, you know that all reversible processes are slow processes. Then how can you say that in Carnot cycle adiabatic is fast? Hope you got it.
Yes, sir.
So the answer is actually, it is not an impossible cycle. It is not practical. There is a difference between impossibility and impractical. So it is not impossible, but it is not practical. The reason is all 4 processes are very slow processes. So if they run very slowly, the time when the power is developed in a single cycle, it takes a lot of time. That's why it is impractical. Right?
Okay,
what
sir.
is work ratio?
Sir, work ratio, it is the ratio of the total work, net work to the turbine work.
So I have so many cycles, say Otto cycle, diesel cycle, dual cycle, then we have Rankine cycle, then we have Carnot cycle. Which cycle has the highest work ratio? Chalo, forget about all cycles. I want to compare between Rankine cycle and Carnot cycle. Which cycle has a high work ratio?
Sir,
shall I give you a hint?
Yes, sir.
Carnot cycle uses compressor and Rankine cycle uses pump. Now you tell me.
Sir, Rankine cycle has a higher work ratio because it uses pump, and pumps mainly deal with the liquid, and so that the work done by the pump is very less.
Very good, very good. What is entropy? Why do you study?
Sir, entropy is the randomness in the universe, sir.
Okay, it is the randomness. Now I have a question related to this, right? There is reversible adiabatic expansion. So understand carefully, what is reversible adiabatic?
Sir, reversible adiabatic is that process which do not have any internal and external irreversibility.
What is the entropy change in reversible adiabatic process?
Sir, entropy change is 0, sir.
Very good. So now my question is, this is my actual question. You said entropy is disorderness, disorganization. When it is expanding in a reversible adiabatic manner, when it is expanding, the disorderness should increase, but you said entropy is constant. Is the question clear? I said reversible adiabatic process and you said entropy is constant. That is correct. But how do you explain it is expanding? When it is expanding, the disorderness should increase. But how can you justify that the entropy is constant in a reversible adiabatic process? Is the question clear, or do you want me to repeat the question?
Yes, I understand the question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in reversible adiabatic, sir, I don't know the exact. Can I take a guess, sir?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Go ahead, please.
Sir, in reversible adiabatic, reversible adiabatic processes consist of, if we see the irreversibility, so it has internal reversibility and external reversibility. So the reversible process, it consists of that irreversibility, that is generation of the entropy will be 0, and for the adiabatic, as heat transfer is 0, so the total entropy will be 0. That's why the entropy is constant.
No, my question is the volume is increasing. Correct? Volume is increasing, correct?
Yes,
it is reversible adiabatic expansion. Volume is increasing. When the volume is increasing, I am saying the disorderness is increasing.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Is it correct? Is the disorderness increasing? No. The explanation, physical explanation is the increase of disorderness due to increase of volume is counteracted by decrease of entropy due to decrease in temperature. When it is expanding, the temperature is dropping. When the temperature is dropping, there is a reduction of entropy. When the volume is increasing, there is an increase of entropy. Both balance each other and thereby the total will remain same. Okay, I have one more question. Hope you understood this.
Yes, sir.
I have one more question. When I was a student, my room was fully disorganized. So I used to throw my books somewhere. Like even if you see, let me show you the camera. It's highly disorganized. Generally, I don't arrange it in a proper way. But entropy, see, if I say like this, the disorderness is increasing. But why I'm not keeping it in orderly manner? I have to decrease the entropy and have to increase my efficiency. Hope you understood this. No, my question is, if I keep things in, it is definitely good to keep things in orderly manner, correct?
Yes, sir.
मेरा एक दूसरा logic है. I am not keeping it in order. So actually, when it is not in order, the entropy is more, the efficiency is less.
Yes, sir. The irreversibility will be more.
तो इसका logic क्या है ना? थोड़े लोग क्या बोलते हैं? सुनो. If I want to keep everything in order, there has to be work input. I have to do all, daily I have to keep it in orderly manner, means I have to work on that. So there is an input from me.
Yes, sir.
Hope you understood this.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, aisa mat karo, keep it in orderly manner, even though there is a work input, but definitely your output will be more when you keep things in orderly manner. Just as an example, I wanted your view. That's why I asked this question, but always in life, keep things in orderly manner.
Definitely, sir.
Even though there is a work input, but definitely with respect to the work input, your output will be more when you keep things in orderly manner and your efficiency will be high.
Yes,
Got
sir.
it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All the best, Mandal sir.
Nikhil,
Yes, sir.
nowadays, a pollution of each and every city increasing day by day. For reducing the pollution level, we have introduced in 2020 BS6 norms. what changes in the fuel and what changes in the cars implemented before that BS6 it was BS4. Directly we are skipping BS5 and we are introducing BS6. So what changes taking place in the design level and fuel so that we can achieve BS6 norms?
Sir, BS6 stand for Bharat stage, and in the BS6, there is strict norms regarding the pollution of the carbon monoxide, unburned hydrocarbon, or NOx, and sulfur content. And we are also using the exhaust technology to reducing the pollution in the particular vehicle, sir.
So only we are changing the car, designing the car, or in the fuel level there is also changes taking place.
Sir, as I can remember, sir, only if only the car exhaust system is the new technology is going to be happen, and it will change the emissions from the exhaust system to a particular level, which is been highlighted in the BS6, sir.
So in petrol engine, what is the extra thing added? Because it increases the weight of the car, something added in the petrol engine, that is selective catalytic reduction, SCR, something like that. And what it convert what pollutant we converted to not pollutant, to convert the NOx to nitrogen and water vapor. So, and for diesel,
sir, I do not have any idea regarding that, sir.
and in fuel also there is they have reduced the sulfur level to 50 ppm to 10 ppm, so that this BS6 norms can be achieved. Okay, in CNG, in Delhi we are using CNG mostly. What is the main constituent of the CNG? Main constituent?
Sir, main constituent is methane, sir.
Methane, yes, good, very good. And with methane, what is the advantage? Means what is the main advantage if we use methane?
Sir, the pollution will be less if we use the methane-based CNG, sir.
So for that case, do we need this selective catalytic reduction or not?
Sir, I believe that these selective catalyst will be needed to somehow maximum reducing the pollution that is emitting from the vehicle, sir.
Okay, just leave it. Now, in a bike, it is written 150 cc. Okay, this 150 cc bike, 125 cc bike, what is this cc means?
Sir,
what is this
sir,
cc?
Cc stands for cubic capacity. It is the swept volume into number of cylinders.
That means 100 cc means?
Sir, if there is if there is 4 cylinder, then each cylinder will have 25 centimeter cube volume.
Which volume?
Swept volume, sir.
So, in case our car, that is 800 cc, 1000 cc, that means in a stroke it will absorb 1000 centimeter cube of atmospheric air.
No, sir, there is a clearance volume that is provided in the cylinder. It will not be total 100 centimeter cube, sir.
Okay. So in this case, something known as BHP. Something known as BHP in a car, we say that this is this amount of BHP will produce by this car. So what this BHP stands for?
Sir, brake horsepower, as I can recollect, sir. It stands for brake horsepower.
That means
That means, sir, in particular, in 1 second, it will produce 746 joules, sir.
HP and Joule is same.
No, sir, they are different, sir. 1 HP is equal to 746 joules, sir.
HP is power, okay, and Joule is energy. How you can equate the power to equal to energy?
No, sir, that's why I told, sir, it in 1 second, sir.
Okay.
So if we take 1 second, then
So they
we can.
give the BHP and IHP, indicated power.
Sir, BHP is that power that we that directly that we get from the engine, and indicative horsepower is that we get in the piston. So if after reducing the frictional losses, we will get the BHP from the IHP.
Okay, okay, okay. So use Tesla, that is electric car, in our cities, then pollution will reduce.
Yes, sir. If we going to
electric car in our country.
Yes, sir. Definitely, if we use the electric car, definitely the pollution will reduce, sir. And right now, in our
Tesla is the best car of the best electric car in the world, but in India, it's not present. In India, there is no Tesla car manufacturer, or they are not here. So, we don't want that electric car?
No, sir.
Tesla is
Tesla.
not available in India.
Sir, the method that they require to build a car, they are like planning to set up a plant in Bangalore area. So there are some issues with the clearance and the government part. Definitely, they will set up the plant, and they will build. They will manufacturing. They will manufacture the electric car in India also, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. So we are in the process that we are accelerating this because some days back in Delhi, they have stopped some commercial activities due to the high pollution level. So we are suffering from pollution level, and we are not interested. I don't think that we are not escalating the electric vehicle process, and Tesla is the best manufacturer of the electric car, and we are not interested to ask them to come and build the car, because yes, Tesla is also costly car, but in India, Mercedes, BMW, they are also costly car. They are also selling in too much cost. So they are selling, but Tesla is not selling. That is, do you think that government should take initiative for this, so that Tesla can sell car very effectively, and they can come in India and they can produce the cars?
Yes, sir. Definitely, government is going to take that that electric vehicles is the future for the nation or for the world also. And our minister is also focusing on the electric vehicle. Right now, we are also using the electric buses that we are using in the Delhi also, and whatever the necessary requirement for the manufacturing plant, definitely the Tesla will sort out with the whatever the issues that they had with the government, and definitely they will come and manufacture the cars in India, and they'll also provide the wide range of the cars for the budget constraint in India also. So I think, sir, definitely they will build, they will definitely produce cars in India, sir.
This is responsibility of Tesla that they will sort out, and government should don't have any responsibility to reduce the emission.
No, sir, government has its responsibility to reduce the emission. Definitely, sir, there's something should be will be in a pipeline, and definitely they will come out. The positive result will definitely come out,
Okay.
and the Tesla will.
Now my question is over, and Sudhakar sir, please continue.
Hey, good evening, Nikhil. How are you?
So I'm good, sir.
Are you comfortable thus far?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. What is the temperature in Kanpur? I'm sure you're in Kanpur right now.
So temperature is around 8 to 10 degree.
8 to 10 degrees. It's extremely cold out there, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the reason you are wearing a sweater.
Yes, sir.
Good. So, can you tell us something about your work? I read that you worked with L&T. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So, can you narrate the work experience and the role that you played in L&T? Describe a typical day at L&T.
Yes, sir. Sir, in L&T, I was posted in Shillong, Nigrim Shillong project, which is a medical cancer hospital and a medical college project. And I had major two responsibilities over there. One was the departmental planning engineer, in which I was looking after the client invoicing and the subcontractor management. And the second responsibility that I had is the site execution overlook. I was looking after the pipe laying of fire services work, sir.
What is the last one you said you were looking at?
Looking for the pipe laying, sir. Pipe laying for the fire services.
Fire services. Okay.
External hydrant piping, sir.
Okay. So that is about your role. You were placed at Shillong. You were taking care of the medical college and the cancer hospital project. Okay, go ahead. I don't have to ask you. Go ahead. Keep explaining.
Yes, sir. I was looking after the client invoicing. Whatever the work that is happened in a month, the quantities has been determined, and we will take the bill against that quantity from the client. And whatever the quantity that subcontractor has worked, I'll have to prepare a bill for them, and whatever the money that is there, will pay to the contractor and take the bill from the client, sir.
Okay.
This was the major responsibility that I had, sir.
Sure. How does a typical day look like at Shillong for you?
Sir, as Shillong is a very cold area, sir.
No. Let's not digress into Shillong. I know Shillong is a cold area. Work-wise, how does a typical day happen in your work?
Sir, as I reached the office on time, sir, at 8 o'clock, and the manager that came, our boss came, and whatever the day plan activities has been planned yesterday will take forward. The contractor will come, whatever the quantity that has been determined to execute will take the contractor, and what are the safety and quality pep talks that needed to start the work that continues to happen. And in the meantime, I'll prepare the bills or what are the quantity that needs to be done, and I'll communicate with the client for the particular, if there's some signing quantity that need to be done for the particular amount quantity of pipe laying, then definitely I'll call the client, and he'll check all the dimension, all the parameters that are in the drawing, and he'll sign that, and we'll take the payment for that, sir. And in the around 7 o'clock, will leave for our guest house.
So typically your work included assessment of the work done by the contractor and signing the bills for that, or bill preparation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How much of engineering was used in that?
Sir, in that part, whatever the if we see from the drawing point of view. So we have to see whatever the material that is being procured is according to that we have to lay that material, and whatever the quantities that is being particular, whatever the SOPs that is designed for that particular work, we have to see overlook also over for that for the best quality. And so these are the some of the basic engineering that applied over there.
Are you happy with the job that you are currently doing there?
No, sir, I'm not. I have resigned from the job, sir, last February, sir, in the February 2021, and I started preparing for the engineering searches, sir.
Oh, you resigned in February. Okay. So any such discoveries before I ask you, or you will only tell when I ask you and get you there? So when we typically ask you, explain about your L&T work experience, you should complete everything like this. Don't leave any scope for me to ask further and discover. Okay. Anyway, I will ask you because you're very hesitating and not forthcoming. I will ask you various other questions also. Now, why are you shifting from a reputed private infrastructure building organization like L&T to Indian Engineering Services? What is the purpose of your shift? And what is in your mind?
Sir, as far engineering services provides wider opportunities and the broader domain to work, and I'll able to derive a greater satisfaction from that job. And L&T was also a reputed and the established organization, and whatever I have worked there, I have gained a lot of experience from that job. And but the work profile over there was have a very narrow domain, so I wanted to explore my opportunities in a wider area. That's why, sir, I started preparing for the engineering services.
Okay. You worked for about what, 1.5 years?
Sir, I worked for 2 years, 8 months, sir.
So yeah, we need to plug in this data. You will not tell us. So that's another issue. Anyway, what were the challenges that you faced during your work? Say 2 years, 8 months is a decent period to face challenges. So tell me, during your tenure, what challenges you faced in the work sphere?
Sir, in work sphere, as I worked in Shillong, sir, first major issue for me was the manpower management, sir, because I have to tell someone and to work for me, sir. So initially I was not experienced enough for that, but slightly by gaining experience from my peers and my managers, I gained that experience, and I was very active regarding the manpower management later period when I was overlooking the site execution activities. The second challenges was the, sir, material part, because along the terrain is very lot of vendors are not willing to send the materials at a particular cost, sir. So it was the one of the issue that we faces. And sir, in the COVID period also, because of the workers were leaving the work at that time. So the NIGRIMS, the director has asked us to complete the particular building for the quarantine center, and we didn't have at that time that required manpower. So it was a very challenge for not for me but also for the team also. But what with the limited resources, we have definitely worked out, and we have given the quarantine center for the NIGRIMS to accommodate the corona patients, sir. These are some of the challenges, or the major challenges that I, sir, mentioned, that manpower management was something I faced, sir, at that in my tenure period of 2 years, 8 months.
Okay, let's analyze those two problems. See, one is material handling, which included logistics. It is specific to the terrain that you're working in. It is in Northeast, therefore logistics is a challenge over there, and it is a universal problem and not just a problem to your organization. Okay, these are not in your control, right? Now,
yes, sir.
Now the other one is people management. People management is like these people are migrant workers, or these people are at what level? What kind of composition of team that you are handling, in the sense that size of the team, composition of the team, various levels of the team? Then I can ask you further questions on that.
Sir, like the manpower mainly from the Bengal area, and
Migrant.
like in this, and services the fire service is very important service. So whatever the manpower was, they were very skilled person, and there are some of the unskilled person for that work also. So I think the composition was mainly the around the size was around 15 to 20 people, sir.
15 to 20 unskilled.
No, sir. Skilled was around 10 people were skilled, and other was the unskilled part,
So
the 8% or 10%.
So all of them were from Bengal area, or how is it?
Yes, sir. The contractor was only from the Bengal, so they all are from Bengal, sir.
So he brought the people.
Yes, sir. Because the company has already worked with that contractor in the Bengal region. So for that is the reason that they have bought.
Okay, just a curious question. Isn't the contractor responsible for the people performance, because he has brought the people? How much of management you had to do with these people? Absolutely, it is his responsibility. Where was the challenge for you?
Sir, because the contractor supervisor was present, not the contractor himself. So because I have to work according to us also, like according to L&T, we will not allow them to work according to themselves, sir. So whatever the drawings that have been provided to them, I'll say to that for a particular drawing what work that they have to done, and whatever the safety precautions that they have to take, what are the quality measures that they have to take, we will guide them, and definitely they will do according to us. So that is the our part in that total execution of that services, sir.
In execution of a project which is more of civil in nature, don't you think our bill of materials would decide everything in terms of quality? For example, the material that you use for a project is already pre-decided what material to be used. For example, specification and the brand and the gauge and all those things, it's already pre-decided. Only that would come after you agree between yourself and the contractor. The material would come there, and then that is the material will be used. I think a large part of the execution of the work has been de-skilled in this country, in the sense it is not dependent on people and their imagination and creativity so much. I am sure L&T would have taken care of that. So what is the role left for you there? That's my question.
So that's my role was, sir, in the execution part was the execution, like what are the steps that they have to take to get the work done, sir. What the step that they have to take? There is a SOP for that. According to that, they have to work. So that's what our role.
Yeah, it's a compliance thing. You need to just make sure that they are also given those guidelines, and they are prepared accordingly by the contractor, and they go by that. In case they violate, you are there to cross check, and just before signing the bill, you verify that and then you sign. I think that is the role.
Yes, sir. Whatever that they have done, we will verify from our end, and whatever the SOPs that they have to take care, we'll see that if there's some misalignment was there, then they have to correct that, and accordingly we will take the quantity.
Okay, yours was more of a QC kind of a role.
No, so we have to. Yes, sir. The QC was also one of the role that we have to take care while executing the work, and also the site engineer has the responsibility to take care of the whatever the quantities, whatever the work or the material they have to take. There should not be any scrap of the material. Like these are the things that we have to take care while while taking the care of the work.
Okay, I have just two more questions. how many of these skilled people, say you said 10 were there, how many of the skilled people were women?
So the women force was not present at that time,
Zero.
sir.
Zero.
Yes, sir, zero.
Okay. Unskilled?
Unskilled were around 8 to 10, sir.
8 to 10. Okay. Okay. Right. So my question is, the role that you played is a very interesting role. On typical days, it looks like clerical, but on certain days, it is important for L&T, for somebody like you with knowledge and exposure and some kind of intelligence to look at those things. I don't think in IES your role will be anything different than this. It is more or less the same. So why is the shift from L&T to, you could also be posted anywhere else. Maybe you didn't like Shillong. That's the reason you were trying to shift to IES.
No, sir, that was not the reason for the Shillong part, because Shillong has a very beautiful weather, sir. Sir, as I told, sir, because I was the part of the L&T construction. In L&T construction, there are, sir, 9 verticals, sir. In 9 verticals, there was a building vertical, sir. In building verticals, I was posted in a hospital project. That was so I believe that I can excel in more wider area, more type of project. Right. Not the hospital project. Hospital projects are great, sir. But if I go into the in the engineering services, definitely I'll get more opportunities and greater responsibilities will on my shoulders, sir.
Right. Right. So you also mentioned that you follow certain news podcasts.
Yes, sir.
Which one? Which one did you follow? Do you
So
follow?
mainly I follow 3 things by Indian Express, sir. And sometimes I listen to the Cut the Letter by Shekhar Gupta, the print.
2. These are 2. What is the third one?
So third one in the drama, sir, I listen to the story in the crime genre, sir. So there are some Indian crimes that has happened, and the podcaster will definitely in a very interesting way will tell the story, and it is very soothing, sir. Soothing experience, sir.
How do you, I mean, this zamana is full of fake news, and this is a post-truth kind of world, in the sense that they don't focus so much of truth. They very speedily try to give you some information that too superficial, and whoever is giving you information, they are heavily influenced by the powers that be. Okay, so where do we get to see the news these days which is genuine? Everything is fake news or influenced news or biased news. A typical citizen will have to sift through a lot of such channels and sources and get to something which is genuine. You have any suggestions to the unsuspecting victims of citizenry in this country who can look for plain news, simple truth news?
So definitely, the fake news is the concern for our country. Various social media platforms use that as a tool to spread the news, because the actual news didn't spread very fast as compared to the fake news, sir. So the user that user have to take care of that. It should not be from any medium that is not who has not gained any integrity. If we follow the newspaper of the country will definitely have some journalism in that. So we have to keep in touch with the newspaper also. I think
Okay.
newspaper is the kind of medium that will definitely have the best news over there. Whatever the true news, true feelings behind the story will definitely over there we will find that, sir.
Okay. I have one last question, and after that we will share feedback with you. What is the difference between a girlfriend and a friend who is a girl?
Sir, a person can have a lot of girls as a friend, but the girlfriend is a person has a can be have a friends which are girls, sir. But a girlfriend is someone who is who the person will more committed, sir, who has more emotions with her. So I believe that the commitment and the emotion that a person should have with his girlfriend is same as the friends which are girls, sir. The more commitment and the more emotions are attached to that person, sir.
Okay, very good. So we will stop at that, and we will now request Azad sir to start the feedback. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Hello, Nikhil.
Hello, sir.
You did exceedingly well, what I can say regarding that. But one of the significant thing for Sudhakar Rao has great over there. And even though the Mandal sir also give estimates over there, the domain, whatever you have worked, that is the gray area to be asked question over there. And I think so you are well versed over there. And apart, whatever it was lacking from the side too, Sudhakar Rao has, I can too, he can do the you can say pressure part of that too. So you are exceedingly well, in my opinion, regarding your subject, work experience, management, every other part of that. Slightly the political part, your answer was very much diplomatic. Even though the recent channels, the media, Godi media, so many things are, you can say, vibrant nowadays. You are also very diplomatic regarding that. But one slight, my suggestion is that too, you will have to make a certain balanced opinion over there. Okay. So it is important, significant part. Otherwise, your body language is fit because you are experienced guy. You are looking very vibrant, and coat and tie suit. It may make you more and more vibrant over there. Okay.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm at home, sir. That's why I have this sweater and I have a tie, sir.
Okay, that's wonderful. That shows it is a big part of that. So it is very good. It is. You can say you are the potential candidate. What I feel. What is my is you can say opinion over there. Okay, fine. Thank you. Now over to Kulkarni sir.
Muted. You're muted, Kulkarni sir.
निखिल जी, इससे बड़ी बात क्या चाहिए? आजाद सर said कि you are a potential candidate.
Thank you, sir.
So definitely ये तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. And I loved your answer, like more commitment, more emotions. I loved that answer. And moreover, like I asked you one question: what is specific steam consumption? It is the basic parameter in power plant. You were not aware of that. These things you should go through. Otherwise, you are good. Okay. So just brush up fundamentals, go through basics, and all the best. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mandal sir.
देखिए, तुम जैसे वो कुछ चीजें हैं जैसे टेक्निकल, क्या होता है कि इफ दे आर फोकस्ड ऑन योर वर्क एक्सपीरियंस, यू विल कोप अप. बट इफ फोकस्ड इन टेक्निकल, ऑन प्योर टेक्निकल, तो तुमने अभी मेंस एग्जाम भी दिया, प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम भी दिया, तो सब टर्म का जैसे यूनिट भी नहीं पता. ठीक है, जो मतलब जो मेनली बेसिक जो चीज होता है वो थोड़ा सा लैग कर रहा है. तो इसके चक्कर, इसलिए तुम्हारा थोड़ा टेक्निकल में और फोकस करना पड़ेगा. एंड नॉन टेक पार्ट जितना मैंने देखा हूँ, यू आर ए वेरी गुड कैंडिडेट. यू आर ए वेरी, हमारे लिए हम तो बोलेंगे कि जो है कि वी विल गेट वेरी गुड स्कोर इन इंटरव्यू. और एक चीज है जो तुमने इंटरव्यूअर का ये प्रिडिक्ट नहीं कर पा रहे हो, मतलब माइंड रीड नहीं कर पा रहे हो आप. ये अगर तुम्हारे पास आ जाए दिस कैपेबिलिटी, तो यू विल बी मतलब फ्लरिश. जैसे आजाद सर जब बता रहे थे कि भाई नाम चेंज होना चाहिए, नाम चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए,
वेरी
डिप्लोमेटिक आंसर तुमने बहुत कुछ बोला, बट दैट जो है कि जो इंटरव्यूअर के साथ हमेशा ना कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में आ जा रहा है. तो
वहां पे अगर मैं बोल देता कि अगर हाँ, तो फिर उसके ऊपर भी और
तो डिप्लोमेटिक आंसर था. आंसर था कि सर से बता रहे थे, एक्सप्लेन कर रहे थे कि ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए. तो उसमें आपको तो समझ में आ जाना चाहिए था कि ही इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड टू चेंज द नेम.
सर दैट्स व्हाट आई सेड सर.
नहीं, तुमने वो नहीं किया. वो बहुत कुछ और एक्सप्लेन किया, जो है वो उसको बढ़ा दिया, मतलब कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में पहुंचा दिया था. कॉन्फ्लिक्ट करने के बाद तुमने बोला कि नहीं हम डिप्लोमेटिक में जा रहे हैं, बट उसमें क्या होता है कि पहले ही सुन लेना चाहिए था कि भाई वो तो इंटरव्यूअर जो है, देखो इंटरव्यू पैनल में आप ऐसे नहीं कर सकते कि आप सही हो गलत हो। आप जो इंटरव्यूअर है उसके साथ अगर थोड़ा बहुत भी कंफ्लिक्ट होता है तो उसमें थोड़ा सा ही विल फील नॉट गुड। तो उसमें अगर हमें समझ पाता है कि जो सामने वाला चाहते हैं कि नाम चेंज ना हो, तो उसमें बोलेंगे सर गुलाब को जिस नाम में बुलाएंगे वो तो सेम फ्रेगनेंस देगा ठीक है। तो इसके चक्कर में गुलाब को जिस नाम में बुलाएंगे, तो उसमें अगर ऐसे कुछ चीज आप यूज कर लेते हैं तो उसमें क्या होता है कि ही विल फील दैट, मतलब बंदा जो है एकदम मतलब मेरे ब्रेन के साथ उनका एकदम ये मैच कर रहा है। अब तुमने भी बोला बट उसमें उतना कन्विंसिंग नहीं हुआ, और आपने बहुत कुछ इनपुट दिया, बहुत कुछ और डेटा लेके आया, बट इतना डेटा लाना नहीं है। इंटरव्यू में सीधा होता है कि भाई हमें समझ में आ गया कि वो क्या चाहते हैं, ठीक है। तो उसके जो
Right,
क्या
sir.
चाहते हैं,
Directly say like, no, no, we don't have to change the
नहीं
name,
नो नो
call
नो
it.
नो, उसमें क्या बोलेंगे ना, जैसे उनको तो पता चल गया था ना कि भाई सर तो उसमें नाम चेंज किए, इसमें वो सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन दे रहा था आपको। आप उससे आपको सुनना पड़ता है कि भाई क्या चाहते हैं, सामने वाला क्या चाहते हैं, इंटरव्यूअर क्या चाहता है, नाम चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए। तो उसके हिसाब से जब नाम चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए, बहुत सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन दिया गया, तो उसमें अगर आप बिलीव भी करते हो कि उस टाइम में कि भाई नाम चेंज होना चाहिए, कि इफ यू आर फ्रॉम दैट पॉलिटिकल बैकग्राउंड, कि भाई नाम चेंज हो रहा है, अच्छा चीज है, तो आप बिलीव कर सकते हो। लेकिन इंटरव्यू में क्या होता है कि जो सामने इंटरव्यूअर है वो क्या चाहते हैं, उस हिसाब से हमें थोड़ा सा मोल्ड करना पड़ता है चीजों को। तो वो चीज का अगर मोल्ड कर दोगे तो तुम जो है एकदम मतलब तुमको तो कहीं कोई पकड़ ही नहीं पाएगा फिर ठीक है। और उसमें थोड़ा सा ये डिप्लोमेटिक वहां पर लाना पड़ेगा। तो इसमें क्योंकि तुम यूपी से जाओगे तो अभी इलेक्शन है, तो थोड़ा ऐसे पॉलिटिकल क्वेश्चन भी एक्सपेक्टेड है, एंड टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन तो एक्सपेक्टेड है ही, क्योंकि इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस में 50-50 पॉलिटिकल 50-50 टेक्निकल नॉन टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन होता है। तो इसलिए हम नॉन टेक का टेक्निकल में भी हम बोलेंगे कि आपको थोड़ा सा इंप्रूवमेंट करना है, और बेसिक्स जो है वो थोड़ा पढ़ के जाओ, ठीक है। ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, as far as I'm concerned, one suggestion I can give you is when the interviewer is asking you, tell us something about yourself, tell us something about your family, tell us something about your work, I think you should complete it. You should not speak hesitatingly or keep something close to your chest. You will not disclose a few items. It could be irritating because everyone has got time limit. So in the real interview, they may not be as patient as we are sometimes. So they may even miss the bus. They may not even assess you correctly. But that's a great opportunity for you to talk about the work experience that you bring to the table and what are the experiences that you've gone through and how you're going to cross-pollinate those ideas and those experiences in the IES work field. I think that is something which is extremely important. If you have done a work and if you're proud of it, you have to talk about it and talk threadbare. So the freewheeling questions cannot be missed. For example, I ask you, tell us something about your family. So one person said, I have a sister and I have a mother and I have a father. And then he stops there. So I have to ask you again another question and again another question, again another question. Whose interview is it? Is it yours or mine? It is yours. It is your responsibility. We want these youngsters to talk freely. Number one, first, unhesitatingly, you open up. We are trying to give you the comfort. That question is a very good question for you to feel comfortable. We are not using that question. That tool is missed. Second thing is, one is talking unhesitatingly. The second thing is, this generation of youngsters, qualified youngsters, are they bold? Is something which we would like to know. What kind of leaders, young leaders, are we sending to responsible positions across the country? Whatever you are going to handle is not a small thing. You're going to handle very, very important projects. Now, you are going to be the opinion leaders for your juniors, for your neighborhood, for your followers. But if you don't have any perspective, if you don't have any boldness to take, do you think others will follow you? No, that's a very, very important element that we would like to know. Were your seniors 25, 30 years back, were they as bold? That's a different question. but in whose hands this country is going into? This country is going into young, bold, clear, intelligent people. Yes or no? I would like to get the reassurance as part of this interview. That's a very
Yes.
very important determinant for UPSC to judge, because the responsibility of UPSC is not to mechanically conduct some interviews and then put some names on the list, whatever, some 2,000 people to reduce to 39. That's not the objective. The objective is to fill those positions, man those positions with responsible citizens. That's how the country is run. At every level, we have to take the responsibility. Are you having that in you as a bold, young, intelligent, responsible citizen? Do you have it in you or not, is what we always check. I think don't lose those opportunities. You will definitely do well. You will. You are very confident and cool. I must appreciate that you are very cool. Maybe because you worked in Shillong at lower temperatures, so you're very cool. I'm just kidding. The other thing is, if you are at home and you are wearing a sweater, there is another way of doing it. You can wear a sweater inside and display your tie and jacket outside. That is also possible. Okay, think about it. You just put a coat on it, it will look damn good. Display your tie, wear a V-neck kind of thing. Your tie is more displayed, and then you will come across as someone well-groomed, which you are actually. So already some strengths you have that you should not lose. What you do not have, you need to work for and gather and put it right out there. Speak unhesitatingly and use the opportunities, and then you will do a very, very good job. Okay, my best wishes to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All the
Good
best.
luck, Nikhil. Good luck.
Let's crack it.